look at there. We're here. I didn't mean to. Now I can't hear you.
I said an intro so nice you had to play it twice.
Well, for some reason, the loop button was checked, so it decided to play it again.
For some reason, because you checked it.
That was for the countdown, so it wouldn't just automatically.
Tony said we're on the wrong side again.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that. Here, how about now? It's like, I can fix stuff sometimes. I'm starting to figure out this StreamYard stuff. It is different. Who's Higgy? Yeah, they haven't messaged back yet.
Well, she did say she was just going to be getting off work,
so they may be running a little bit late, so we'll just go until I did send her the link. So once she shows up, I can add her in. So
what, you shut your door and all the cats come in here and maul me?
Yeah, the cats were bugging me. They were like, well, mainly one cat, Boots, was meowing at me, and even though I've gave her attention all day long, apparently it wasn't enough. So she was, and I got up and she ran outdoors, so I closed the door, and then now she's out. She went in Munchkin's room. Your hair looks fabulous.
I just took it out of its bun, but thank you.
You're still figuring stuff out. Yeah. Did you do this yet? You need to start highlighting comments there, Paramom. It's pretty easy. You just click on it. And now I don't know if you're using a phone or something, you're gonna have a hard time. But on a computer, you literally just go to any comment and click it, and it puts it on the screen. Very simple. I think you figured it out, though. I think you got that. As far as intros and backgrounds and stuff like that, I mean, a lot of the free stuff, you can't do a lot of stuff on the free version, but I'm kind of happy because nobody got any commercials when I do it this way. If I go through the YouTube way, it always posts commercials to you guys. So
you won't fit on the right side, Dyer thing. He's too big.
He sang a song about the Grinch. He did. David did sing a song about the Grinch. How do you do colors? Which colors? You can change what well, as far as changing the banner colors, I don't think you can do that on the free version. You can choose the style of it. It literally says comments, banners, brand, and private chat. I mean, you click on banners, and then brand is where you go to change that one. And you go to right there, theme. So if I switch this to classic, it puts it up like that, which is huge. And then minimal is very small. And then block is like that. Classic's actually pretty good because it shows a big old screen.
She said like you did last week, so I'm guessing she means the border behind the pictures.
The border behind
behind our cameras. Yes.
Oh, the background, you just go to brand and scroll down and you'll see background. Then you just add whatever background you want. Like I can go to confetti right now, green scribbles, purple rain, what you want, tropical summer, fruit salad. I got them all, man. Pick one. So it's not that hard. Yeah, Jade probably has the paid version because in order to add clouds, you got to pay. Like if you want to put your own background, these are just the default backgrounds that come with the program. So all the ones I just showed are default free ones. Depends on whether or not we would rather use Zoom or this. I mean, this works for broadcasting, but not good if you wanted to have a meeting between a bunch of people. So, I mean, you could do it on the free version and just talk and never live stream, but I don't bless you. I don't know how. Goodness gracious, how many are you going to do there?
Just 2.
Yes, Higgy would answer your DIY mixing questions. Exactly, autistic. And that they're doing like this gigantic sale right now, and she's not here yet. But when they show up, we will.
I have a question for you, dear.
Yes.
Why'd you let me walk out of the house this morning with no makeup on?
Wait a minute. When did it become my job to tell you whether or not to put
I don't know.
makeup
It's
on?
my job to do everything else. So
You look fine with no makeup on. I figured you was doing the whole blue jean day and Converse shoes anyway, so why put on makeup?
no, that was not my intention. I must have gotten sidetracked because I went to rub my eye on the way to work and was like, "Wait a minute, I don't feel mascara," and realized I didn't have any makeup on.
Well, don't get any ideas. Well, hey, sometimes people wear makeup, sometimes don't.
If I don't wear makeup, people are like, "Are you feeling all right?"
Well, if you have glasses on and a cowboy hat, Linda, you don't see much of your face anyway because you got glasses and a hat that covers most of your face besides your nose and mouth. So you're pretty good without makeup on there. I mean, well, I guess you can still see the eyes even though they're behind glasses.
You want
But
to see
still,
Linda with her hair pulled back in a ponytail, no hat on.
there you go. Ponytail, hair pulled back, no hat on?
No hat.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I want to see her face.
She rarely even takes that hat off. I think she takes that hat off to put a helmet on so she can go flying. That's about it.
I feel the same way, Angela. I don't have to wear makeup. Like on the weekend, if he's dragging me to Sam's Club or Costco, mainly I just make sure that last night's makeup isn't under my eyes so I don't look like a damn raccoon, and that's as good as it gets.
Can I wick the blaze? I can do that, Harry. Mine is out in the car. I will go get it and we'll re-rick it tonight. I don't want to talk a lot about paramotors just because there's going to be a lot of paramotor talk coming up shortly because I have basically 2 fly-ins to go to. One of them's just a weekend thing. It's not really a fly-in. There's a bunch of training going on, so I may be able to get some first flights of guys if they haven't flown by the time that because the class starts the beginning of September. And by the time I get up there, it'll be the 7th day. Now, depending on weather, they may have already got their first flights in. And
Not
if that happens, I
kind
won't
of blaze, Angela.
But we're lighting a blaze up, okay. But yeah, so that's coming up. Like the I don't know if it's the first weekend in September, but definitely by the 2nd. It's like around the 7th of September, whenever that is. So that's happening, and then after that, there's a fly-in, Soar the Shore, which is the one that I went to last year that I was there by myself because of weather. That's the only reason people didn't show up. This year, I think a lot of people are going to show up. I signed up to the USPPA website. I'm now a member on the USPPA website, so now I'm actually able to post events. I just got tired of like every time I wanted this event and people to come to it, I couldn't post it. And I'd have to ask somebody, hey, can you post this event for me? And it would, sometimes it got posted, sometimes it didn't. So I'm just like, if I'm doing it myself, then I ain't got nobody to blame but myself. But so I just joined a few days ago and posted the event. And now they're like, it's short notice. I'm like, it's a month away. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It's
That's
really short notice for people that are like more than 2 hours away.
Yeah, I mean, if people are close enough to where they don't have to drive that far to get to it, then hey, I mean, it's a free fly-in. A lot of the fly-ins are not free. Now, I know a lot of the fly-ins that aren't free also have air bosses and all this type of stuff. Usually, the fly-in that I go to here in Virginia does not have an air boss because it's not needed. If you have way too many people in the air, then you need an air boss. Otherwise, no, not really. And everybody there gets along. So we all, stay and watch out for each other. And we're good most of the time. I haven't had any problems there.
Mm-mm.
We had quite a few people at Spring Wing this year. There was
I
a
don't
lot
want
of
to talk
people.
about paramotor and proceeds to talk about paramotor.
I got to get it out of the way. Got to get out of the way. I am drinking what's left of the rest of the mango margarita, I guess, because
I mean,
that
Tony,
ain't
I'm
really.
just gonna say that Greg Laney on camera looks a lot different than his YouTube profile picture. And I'm not talking shit because I don't have cat ears. And wait, no, that profile picture doesn't have cat ears, but I don't look like that either. So that was like 30 pounds ago. I ain't gonna judge nobody. Scuba made me fat. I'm gonna blame him.
How do I do that?
How did you do that? Because you make
Scuba
me.
made you
Look.
fat. I made you
Mhm.
eat all the food and hang around the house and never want to leave the house.
Me not leaving the house has nothing to do with me being fat. It's like you
I
like
feel
buy
bad when I
snacks.
leave the house because she don't want to go nowhere, but I don't want to stay cooped up in the house, so I don't know what to
I'm
do.
perfectly happy with eating like an avocado and some lunch meat or something for dinner. You want like meals and
I'm
shit.
just talking about in general. I want to go to the beach. I want
You've
to.
never asked me to go to the beach.
Holy Nikes, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay.
No, okay, wait, no, I take that back. You've asked to go to the beach because you want to check out flying locations. That is so enjoyable for me. You've never said, let's go to the beach. Let's get a cooler and our towels
Yeah,
and,
because
and
you
go to the
suggest it
beach.
all the time.
Look, I'm at work 5 days a week. I have Saturday and Sunday to do all the cleaning and relaxing. So, yeah.
Munchkin's birthday is coming up in 5 days.
Yes.
She has not hinted at any kind of birthday present, so
Because we're broke.
we're just gonna wing it, and she'll end up getting a box of tampons or something. I don't know.
I don't
His
need those.
face.
You haven't told me what you wanted for your birthday either.
I had stuff in the cart. You
got weird shit in the cart. I'm not buying you cords.
Timu, they're trying so hard to get me buy one of them inflatable tents. The inflatable tent they're showing me is $1,200 and something, but
Shit.
it's 1,000% off, so it's $200 and something. I'm like,
That's still too much money to spend at Timu. I don't spend over $20.
right? So, well, they have it on Amazon for $300. So it's like, well, you can go through Amazon,
I still
and
don't trust it.
well, with Amazon, at least you could send it back if you don't like it.
Yeah, I like Timu too. I'm just saying I have a
This,
limit because some of the stuff is
okay, let me explain about this tent. All right. Now, the first tent we looked up, the big black one, it's huge, but you have to have
wouldn't hold your breath, Angela.
a fan blowing in it the entire time, right? This one you pump up and you're done. Okay, you pump it up, it fills up the tent, you're done.
Pump it up. All right.
The
How
problem,
big is it?
the problem with it is the very center is 72 inches, which is about how tall I am. So the edges come down. So if I stood up over to the side, I would hit the roof. You wouldn't, obviously. I think John French is he should not have his daughter this weekend. We should definitely be learning to trike this weekend.
We're
Just
surrounded
saying,
by
John.
We don't need to go on vacation for that.
Just saying. I think it's John's time to learn to fly that darn trike. It is.
We just want to play with John's toys.
No, I don't need to. I got my own trike. I don't need.
Yeah,
I do
but other people's toys are fun too.
Other people's toys are fun too. He's got a jet ski. I'd be like, hey, John, I want to ride that jet ski. I like jet ski. I want to ride jet ski. But no, I'm. I mean, we got this thing coming up the beginning of September with Joe and Jay and all them guys. They're going to be training new people up there. That'll be a great place. Or I figured we can go to Fort Monroe and just freaking do some taxi practice, and you'll be ready whenever Soar the Shore. Why did it switch? Did I raise my hand and the thing thought I was raising my hand and switched me over to the other side
I don't know.
again?
You're frozen on my screen. No, there you are.
Okay, I'm not frozen now.
No, I was watching YouTube, so
I agree. You got a trike, then he needs to fly it. Maybe soon. Wait, trike training maybe soon. Hampton Roads Paramotor and Sword of the Show. Okay, I can wait for that, John. Like I said, I'm not rushing you by any means. I just thought, hey, if you went up there and you was already ready to go, you'd be like, heck yeah, just pop out and go. But at least that airport up there has got good room. There's a lot of grass on the other side where the planes take off. But if we're not taking off and we're just taxi practice, I think they'll let us use that area to do taxi practice, which once you get that down, you'll be golden, dude. The landing thing, that will come.
He said, "Don't talk about me. Talk about the beach."
Focus on the beach trip. Yeah. Well, I mean, we have beaches near us. Virginia Beach is really not the one you want to.
He knows. He lives here.
Because I know, but other people don't. You have to speak in generalities.
I would rather go to the mountains, especially this time of the year.
Well, once it gets cooler, yeah, we can go to the mountains. You want to go to the mountain? Go to the mountain.
I do. Our high today was only 78 degrees. It was gorgeous. Too bad I had to fucking work all day.
Yeah, it felt nice outside. I went out there and I was like, wow, there's no wind blowing. I could totally be flying right now. And then 2 F-22s right over the house at about 500 feet. I was like, never mind. I'm not flying right now. So that wasn't going to happen. But I mean, it was like 3 p.m. I was technically at work anyway. So Virginia Beach, is the Abbey Restaurant Bar still there?
The Abbey is Freemason Abbey is in Norfolk, not Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay. I did not know.
If Virginia it's the same Beach one you're talking about, Freemason Abbey used
really
to be
crowded. Get them laps in, John. Hell yeah. You're doing good for getting out there and getting your exercise in. John's going to be ready to fly by the time it gets cold outside. He's going to be like,
I'm negative, John.
Yeah, John. John French, I should say. Munchkin does not want to fly in any kind of manner. Even if I had a tandem exemption, she wouldn't want to fly. So I've not even tried to entertain the thought of me going to get tandem certified because she don't want to do it anyway. And I'm not going to be like, well, let me go get tandem certified so I could just fly random people up from the neighborhood. No, that would be. What's up, Breeze? So I just was like, okay, I guess I'm not going to do that. Plus, I'd have to pay a lot more money to get either the. I mean, the harness is not that expensive to just hook somebody in front of me, but
the Abbey Road, yes,
the tandem is very expensive.
It is still there, Angela. Abbey Road still there. Mm-hmm.
I thought you said it was in Norfolk, and now you're saying it's
Virginia Beach. There's Freemason Abbey. She said no, it was Beatles theme. It's called Abbey Road Pub, and that is in Virginia Beach.
That's funny, John. She's missing the Langley Air Force Base tour. Well, not really, John, because we went to the air show last year, which was at Langley, so we got to see the airport really close then. Now, flying over it, no, she has not been privy to that.
I grew up on a military base. I'm good.
I didn't fly over it. I flew beside it. But I was close enough to apparently tick some people off. So
not too bad. They only came to chat for an hour and they haven't heard from him since.
No, yeah, I haven't heard anything else from them. But they, like
you are not a terrorist.
They just wanted to make sure I understood the rules.
I'm just going to say, thank God you weren't ARFIS.
Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine. So there is one guy that flies in our group that I guess his ethnic background is Indian. If he would have been the one that they came after, I can't even imagine what the hell they would have put him through. He speaks great English though. So, yeah. I mean, it's not like he can't speak English. But just looking at him, you're like, I don't trust this
I
guy.
mean, he's a little too thick to be a terrorist. Usually they're young and wiry looking, but yeah.
Good thing I'm not Muslim. Yeah, right, Tony? Oh my goodness. Heck, I want to go out on the trike, especially in a big field, either whether it be up at Middle Peninsula Airport, or what's it called? Is it Middle Peninsula? I think it is. Or when we get Soar to Shore, because it's got a lot of area. Bless you for the 18th time. We could just do donuts on the trike with our wing.
Yes, Angela, it is there. Tony, get up and get your own goddamn drink when I'm speaking to your woman.
Cloud Chucker, I knew when you said I'm not going to buy any more mods that you was going to buy more mods. So that there, what's up, Will? You are still alive. I'm glad you made it out of that very packed place you were in. That's good. Hopefully you didn't have to do any ducking or anything. I'm going to go get the Blaze. I left that whole mod out in the car. So if I'm going to do a build on it, I will have to grab it out of the car. I did turn on my, see, I'm trying not to talk about paramotor stuff.
Bullshit. You ain't talking about nothing else since you started. Creed said just ring a bell when you're done. He's got baby.
I'm trying not to. Just saying, I turned on my aircraft radio.
Tony, I'm in all the lanes.
And I got to hear some chatter between Langley and the Jets. You can't understand a word they're saying. Most I heard was they was approaching one of the runways, which I think was 23 or 26. But you'd think I'd know. I flew close enough to it to see the number on it. But
according to them, you flew right over the top of it.
You can go into billing and check your stream hours. It's pretty cool. Yeah, because they only allow, I think, 20 hours per month on the free account. That's why that's there. Of course, they're going to keep track of how many hours you got. But, that is what it is. We did, Munchkin's children did get another vehicle. Very nice vehicle.
Out of my brain. I was just getting ready to say that.
Well, I know your brain. Why would I not know it? I'll let you tell it though. I'll go get the mod out of the car while I gotta find my keys.
No, you do that. Yeah, they got a 2016 Chevy Traverse. So it's a small SUV, but it's big enough to where everybody can have their own seat and they're not sitting on top of each other. So it's very nice. It's got all kinds of bells and whistles, nice and clean, and their payment's only $228. Now they had a cosigner, so their interest rate is extremely low. They got I think she says like a 3% interest rate. So that's really good for her. So now I just have to find somebody to take the other car away so I can sell it. So yes, it is 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Yeah. Higgy is a friend of ours, so they have a company that has been around for 10 years, selling vape stuff. They are not here yet. Jen said she was coming after she got off work, so I would imagine she's probably trying to get herself settled. So yeah, but we've all known Jen and her husband David for 10 years. So
yeah, 10 or 11 years at least.
They are good folks, good peoples. And thank you, Will. They're very excited. I asked her if she felt like a grown up because I've bought her 3 cars, 2 Hondas, and then the Fiesta. The first Honda got totaled by somebody that crashed into it on the side of the road. So we tried to get her another Honda that was a hybrid, and I let my ex-husband help her find the car. He picked a hybrid, and within, I think, a year and a half, the battery pack started dying, and the car was having problems. It would just die on her while she was driving. So that finally shit the bed, and then I bought the Fiesta from Roger, who's RS that comes in here. So they've been driving that since, oh shit, when 2015, 2016 is when I got that car from him. Um,
The
so yeah, it's about time they got a grown-up car.
Well, the mechanics tried to say that their clutches are bad in that transmission, but I don't think that's the case. I haven't had a chance to check the car. Higgys, Jen has read my message, so I don't know if she's working on coming on here or what, but she has read the message. Before she hadn't read it, but now she's read it. But I think the clutches are fine in the transmission. Usually when clutches go bad in the transmission, it don't go into gear at all. You can hang it up or it slips really bad. And what this car is doing is it drives fine until it warms up and then it starts slipping. That's not usually the way clutches behave. If they don't grip, they don't grip. So I need to do some checking on that. That particular model transmission has some actuators for drive gears and reverse. Sometimes they get crudge in there, and it's got a little wheel that almost looks like, not wheel like WILL, but and it won't spin back and forth on the actuators, and it'll throw a code up that says the clutches are bad.
You gotta watch out for those little wheels.
Where did I learn all the mechanic-y stuff? Surprisingly, Will, for some reason, my dad used to work on, you're gonna think this is hilarious. The first thing I ever watched my dad do was work on a television set, and it had, if you remember, the tubes in there, the glass tubes that light up when you turn the TV on, old school tubes. So it just fascinated me. So then I would help him do any kind of mechanic work on the cars and stuff, brakes and stuff like that. And then when I got about the high school, I ended up getting a Mustang, and we needed to rebuild the motor. So my dad and myself took that entire motor down and built it back up from scratch. That was definitely a learning experience. After that, I just started working on cars myself, brakes, CV axles, head gaskets, water pump. I always did do small jobs on cars, but big jobs like that, tearing down a motor, I've only done those maybe 3 times. I have taken transmissions apart before, and those are a nightmare. I could not rebuild a transmission. I'm not even going to attempt that. There's way too many discs and gears in there that I would lose and go, well, where'd that gear go? I would forget at this point where stuff went. But yeah, see, Harry remembers the old tube TVs. Yeah, that was old school.
He can also fix your wash machine or your dryer. Of course, I fixed my own dryer and took that apart. It's very handy, Will.
Oh, you put gas in your van, if that counts. That does not count. What really gets me?
Yes, because I'll still be asleep, Breeze.
Which blows my mind. Now, all the people from up north will know this, but Southern folks do not, because most all the states I know in the South, you can pump your own damn gas. I don't know what the hell. I could not fathom the fact of going to a state where I would not be allowed to pump my own gas. I'd be like, man, if you don't
fuck me up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, if you don't leave my damn gas cap alone, I will. How do I know he's gonna pump it right? Yeah.
I mean, you can stand there and watch him, but it's kind of awkward.
It's just like, what do? You pull up and you go, yeah, I want $10 worth of gas, and they just
Pretty
do it.
Much.
And they
if
charge
you get
more.
out the car and grab the nozzle yourself, they come over all concerned. Last time I went, you could not, Will. I don't know if it's changed, but
no, yeah, New Jersey,
they came over and stopped me and
Pennsylvania.
said, you can't do that. And I'm like, the hell I can't. What? I can pump my own gas. And no, they won't let you.
A lot of places up north are like that. They don't let you pump your own gas. I don't know which all the states are, but there's quite a few.
Oregon was like that too. You can't pump your own gas.
Yeah. It's, you never know till you get to the state and you try to go pump your own gas. They'll let you know real quick. Hey, you can't pump your own gas. Excuse me, sir. Yes, I can. But I mean, if you would like to do it, go ahead. I guess, it's like, wow, man. I've always pumped my own gas.
Yeah, I mean, it was shit. How long ago, Katie's?
Well, they say they live in Pennsylvania and pump their own gas.
Like I said, it was 29 years ago. So, I mean, I know there are some states where they have voted to change it to where now they can pump their own gas now.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's it. I think
I don't know. Pennsylvania is one of them.
99% New Jersey. Oh, New Jersey's the only state with that corrupt law. Okay, so it's only New Jersey now?
Well, Scott says in rural Oregon you can, but not in the big cities. Are there big cities in Oregon?
And they expect a tip. I'd be like, I'll tip you over, you son of a gun. I could have pumped it myself. Back up.
There was, well, I mean, to me, full service means you're going to pump my gas, you're going to wash my windshield, all that good shit. There was a gas station in New Kent that was full service. They squeegee your windshield and pump your gas. And
yeah, that's full service.
And yes, Will, it was 29 years ago. So doing that math hurts my heart.
Obviously, if you fly a paramotor, you're supposed to have a little bit of mechanic knowledge. Now, I know Will got somebody to help him rebuild his paramotor, which is great. I mean, I'm all for that. But if I did it, I want to do it myself. Not to mention the fact that I want to get one of those cheap mini bikes. The mini bike itself is not expensive, right? You can buy just the frame of the mini bike. Then you go to Harbor Freight and buy a Predator 212cc motor, which is about 8 horsepower. There's literally websites you can go on there and you can upgrade that thing from 8 horsepower to about 28 horsepower. So instead of it doing like 8 miles an hour, it'll do 71, 72, up to 75 miles an hour. That's crazy on a little mini bike. You could fly on that thing.
Are you ready?
I'd love to do that.
Creed's vaping questions?
Creed has vaping question?
You didn't hear me tell you? He said ring the bell when you're done talking about paramotors. He's got vape questions.
Oh, no. Go ahead, Creed. What happened now? Because he did call and we talked about the G-Class V2, which I still have around here somewhere. But yeah, I'm done. Oh, you used to race cars. Nice, Bill. Nice. I was happy to have someone walk me through. It was a great confidence builder. Heck yeah, Will. That's how, you know what? That's how you learn. If you get somebody that knows about it and you can watch them or help them go through the process, then you'll be able to do it yourself next time, which is great, I think.
I wish you picked up real estate as fast as you pick up how to rebuild a fucking engine.
Well, sometimes some things seem more important. I'm more interested in than real estate. I need a dot mod AIO rebuildable for my VI class. That dot mod is different. It has a different style. So you're talking about the burrow that goes in there, right? It has a different style burrow tank in there. And I'm not sure if I have one because I don't have a dot mod. The only dot mod I have is that one that lights up. And it doesn't use a rebuild. Well, I mean, you can put a rebuildable thing in there, but it's not the same as the square one. I never got the dot mod because instead of the dot mod, I got the these guys, the stubbies. It is the dot mod version. It's a thinner burrow. There you go. Right. It's a thinner burrow. I agree, Cloud Chucker, and I don't have one like that. Rebuilding those things depends on what burrow style tank you can get to go in there. Usually it's a lot harder to build just because it's small. But it's not that big a deal. And I know Harry wanted me to rebuild. This thing is all the way full of juice. I'd have to dump all this juice out, basically. I'm trying to vape it, but it's not working. Why is that trying to pop up?
What?
Intermedia. I didn't. Like I'm at work or something. Hey, do you want to? No, I don't.
Nobody's going to answer you. That's only so she could come back around again the next day, Tony. She ain't no dummy.
There, I'll post Tony's thing so I can see his picture really big. Is that really Tony in that pair? That doesn't even look like Tony. I say he's full of crap. It really don't look like Tony. That does look like a trike buggy, though. This is the thing, right? If you look at that picture, it's great that it has a roll cage, right, over the top. But his head is higher than that roll cage. So if it rolls over, I guess the main thing that would help you in that situation is the round part of your cage would get crushed way before it would get to your head. So I guess you're okay. But it just seems weird that it's below, like right at your shoulders instead of over your head.
See, I told you she got $2 every day. So she worked up her courage to start flirting.
All right. Is that a flat top? It does look like a flat top, Bill. It does. Let's make Bill's picture show up nice and big. Big old wing flying over his head. Look at him go. Yeah. Dro is at Aurora PPG fly-in right now, and he's been broadcasting live. So if y'all do want to see that fly-in live, I know there's a bunch of people there that I know personally, like David Garber, Bill's there, another guy named Steve that I know is there, Dro is there, Ryan's there, Susan, the
So
lady
40
that
minutes. You talked about vaping for like 5 of them.
I know, right? Well, I'm trying to vape this thing. What do you want me to do? Pour this
Dump
juice
it.
out?
Yes.
I'll have to figure it out if I can.
Not at first, Will. She had to work up to that.
My room's all clean in here. My floor is like spotless.
Yeah, and you probably can't find anything, can you?
I know, right? You move stuff around in my room and I can't find nothing. But yeah, we steam cleaned all the carpets and all the carpets. The carpet in here. We don't have multiple carpets in here. But yeah, it's nice in here. I like it.
It's amazing when you can just walk in there without having to fucking climb over shit and
pour
kick
juice
crap
in
out
the
of the way.
glass. Harry, I would, but honestly, I have a gigantic, like 500 ml bottle of this juice. It's called Unicorn Vomit, Scott. But I want to switch it. I either have some strawberry earthquake cake, which is really good, or I have a wacky one-off that I can vape that tastes like a butterscotch caramel is the best way I could explain it. I haven't vaped it yet. I just taste it on my finger, but until Higgy comes on here, I might be able to get some Nilla Nuts cheap and some Kentucky bourbon custard because I really want some more of that. I like that. The last person I chased around the car ran the stop sign. It was like I chased him, so I just got keister. Hey, we won! We won! We won! We won! I didn't bet enough money, but yay, we know dead. Right? We know dead.
Go figure. That's the one that I didn't enter. I didn't get to drown anybody.
Yeah. Drown somebody in the sex pond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, this mod. Wow, it's at 58%. I don't know how the battery is that low. I thought I'd charge this up to 100%. What's up, Neil?
Neil?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you have the dual coil or single coil of the Blaze,
Excuse me.
Harry? Hopefully, it's the dual coil.
Angela robbing
If
the
not,
cradle and shit.
no big deal.
She's a cougar.
I've been waiting to hear back from Owl, and I haven't heard anything. So I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I was gonna.
Well, that was supposed to be a secret, so.
It still is kind of. Oh, so you have the dual. So you do have this one. All right, I'm just gonna dump the juice out of this. Not that big a deal. It's literally like not even what 3 or 4 mils of juice. I think I'll survive. Hold on just a second.
I met my ex-husband hanging out waiting for a weed delivery. How romantic, right? Yeah, so the kids are excited about their car. The oldest grandchild starts middle school on Monday. So that's pretty cool. We have to hire more employees because one of my favorites is leaving to go work for the city for like benefits and shit. And, I told her I'm happy for you, but I hope it sucks. So it it sucks that she's leaving. But we got a couple good resumes in, so hopefully one of them will work out. They seem pretty qualified. Except for
Okay,
the chick that spelled multiple things wrong in her resume, and then when we scrolled to the next page to see her job history, one of them was a proofreader, which made me laugh out loud. So,
I must admit the coils were. I mean, not the coils. The cotton was really clean that came out of here.
yeah.
Really clean. Yeah. You know how they usually get dirty and you can't.
Mhm. I need to make more juice too.
Okay, where's my tweeter? Whoa! I'm about to. Good thing my floor is clean.
Yeah, you can find shit when it falls.
Yeah. That's more like it. All right, Harry, we're gonna do this now. Let me get my camera pulled up here and hopefully in view where you can see it. Let's see if I can switch my camera if I can remember how to do this. Settings. Yeah, there's cameras. Probably have to turn it on first. Let me do that.
That would be helpful.
Well, you got to run the stupid app or it won't turn on. It's kind of weird. Hey, I feel super sick, but David can join. Well, bring it on. Come on. I hit allow. It's, oh my gosh.
What? Hey, what'd you do? Why am I the only one here? He just abandoned me. Give him the link. Can I? Oh, okay. Neil wants to know if that was the new Blaze Max RTA. I don't think it's the Max, Neil. Scuba broke shit. Is he even here anymore, or did he just abandon me completely? I can hear you in there bitching and growling. Angela doesn't understand what a cougar is. I think she does. He's fighting with his camera, so he can't get it to work. All I can hear is growling and bitching from the other room. What the hell, Lindy? He brought his girlfriend home? How did he walk with balls that big? No save the children warning labels anymore? Nah, screw the children. Not literally. Figuratively.
Well, there we go. Can you hear
Oh,
me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, that was a royal pain in the rear end right there. Why does this look so weird now? I can't even get my camera to right.
I don't know.
I'll try and get this better for you so you can see it. Hold on. We're going to get this all worked out here if I can figure out which way's which.
I liked it better on the old one where we switched to build cam. I disappeared.
If I do that, then your sound will probably disappear too.
Oh, well.
I mean, we could turn your camera off or something.
I mean, I can turn my camera off.
That I don't know if that makes the screen bigger or not.
I don't know. While you're doing this, I have to pee.
Okay, so these are the coils right here. We're going to put some wick in here. The main thing you have to look out for on the blaze when you're wicking this is these side channels here have to be full of wick. If not, you're going to get, wow, I keep going this camera's backwards. If you don't get these full of wick, you're going to get a lot of leaking, and you don't freely up and down. Once you get that worked out, why is this backwards? I have to go towards me to go up and away from me to go. Oh my gosh. Let me unmirror that camera or something because that is about to drive me up the damn wall. I don't know if that's that much better, but no, that's backwards too. Oh my gosh. I give up. Okay, good. So now they got the link. All right, let me grab some cotton. I'll show you approximately how many cottons I put in there. I mean, I'm just ripping off a piece of cotton here. Now, if you're using Muji or something, you're probably going to use a little less than this. I'm just trying to get around the right, which is usually, I mean, about the size of a pinky, I guess. You should be able to flatten this out though pretty easily. It shouldn't be so thick that you can't even move it. Wow, this is still backwards, guys. This is gonna throw. I can't look up or I'm gonna screw myself all up. It comes naturally. You're right, Sky. It does. So I'm gonna feed some cotton through here. And then it broke. Great. That's all right. I got more. I just need to make sure I have enough to come way out over here. That's all I need to make sure of. Because we're going to adjust that in just a minute here. And take the other side. This is almost not enough cotton. We're going to find out in a minute. As long as I can stay on camera here. My hands are so dry, I can't even grab this cotton. Okay, it thickens up at the end. That's good. You hush, woman. You and your that's what she said stuff. All right. So the easy way to do this, I swear if I look up at it, I can't look up. It's going to really throw me off. Your cotton that comes out, you want to try to measure this to where the bottom of this cotton is. You see the threads? Oops. You see the threads at the bottom here? This is what your wick feeds down into, the big holes right here. So you want the cotton to basically end up at the bottom of these threads here. So when you measure this out, anything longer than that, you want to clip off. So this is pretty close the way it is now, but I'm going to take off just a hair more of this. Okay, that one's close. That one's still got a little bit too much, which I'm going to take off just the end there. There we go. So now that this is backwards and now that I know this comes down even with this, I'm just going to start tapping this in from the back towards the front. And this should fill up this entire wicking mechanism right here. Why is it backwards? It doesn't do this on the other app. Damn it. That is really hard. I mean, I'm liking it besides the fact that this camera is completely, I need to flip the whole camera the other way. And there's no option to flip the camera over on this app. It just doesn't. It only has mirror camera. It doesn't have flip horizontally or whatever.
But you're not building it off the camera. You're looking at it.
Maybe I can flip it doing this. See, now it's acting like the camera's in use and I can't do it. Bah, humbug. All right, fine. Fine. Let's see if that one's good. That one's good. Okay. Tuck this in from the back towards the front. And if you're a little bit short, it's okay because once you put juice on this, which this one is a little bit short, that's going to be a great demonstration.
Will said, can't you just physically turn the camera around?
I'd have to slide it across the desk, but I can try. I mean, wait, hold on a second. We're going to figure this out. Okay, now I got to turn the mirror off. Hold on a second. Oh, that's so much better. This cable's in my way, though. That is like way better. Let's get it over to some more. I can actually see what I'm doing. I mean, you have no idea. It was not only mirrored, but flipped upside down. So every time I moved, it was like screwing my head bad. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to get most of this in here. We're going to try this new juice that I have no idea what it is.
King Cobra said, wow, that's a lot of cotton. Are you sure you don't want to rake that out a little bit?
No. I mean, I can rake it a little bit, but it's honestly, you don't want it. The problem with raking this out, if you get it too thin, you're going to flood. And I rake it very lightly because if you get it too thin at the bottom, what ends up happening is you get a gap in between the cotton up here, and then you get a bad flood. Now, this thing, I believe, is it top airflow or bottom airflow? I guess it's bottom airflow. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to do that because you'll flood all over the place.
I mean, how do we have a party without any balloons? We don't even have any. I forgot the word. The guests of honor aren't even here. So.
Yeah. She told me she gave him the link, so yeah. Apparently he might be coming on shortly. It's not that difficult to figure out. I mean,
okay, well, I'm not doing that first one, Tony, because that's gross and underwear are expensive. But I will sell some foot pics. Hi, kitty. Why are you all up in my grill? Can I help you?
Okay, now I'm just trying to douse this cotton down so that I can, finish getting this the way I want it in here because it's just kind of bulked up in there. That definitely smells like butterscotch and caramel. That's what I'm getting from it. Oh, almost lost my tweezers. So see, now that it's wet, this is so much more pliable and I can get this all in here. You don't want it to cover up these threads.
He said, this cat has zero boundaries.
I mean, what likes going in dry, honestly? So you put all this in here. And then once you get all this tucked in there really good, that's pretty much it. You're done. So you should have wick. I mean, if you can see here on mine that it's just barely showing at the bottom of these threads, that's all you need. And this one actually has one of them is this one's a little long, but that's okay. It's not that bad. I can actually just move that over. Now it looks about where it needs to be. And that's all you need. And I always burn this in a few times because I don't want to taste any kind of new cotton taste. So make sure never
ripe in the front, John.
Never to let the tip of this touch them coils because it will melt plastic onto your coils.
Yeah,
and you will have a very bad taste. Yeah, your juice will taste like total crap. All right, once you get that done on the blaze, then you can just put the top back on here. Then I spin it backwards to make sure the threads are going to catch. And then I screw it down.
Angela, I read that as my green ball guy. It's like, well, that would explain why his boxers are ripe in the front if he's got green balls.
Cat's getting hair all over the place. Let's put some juice in here. Y'all can't see anything if I do it that way. About like that.
I don't think we need to see you fill it up. We know how that works. Hi, Peanut. That sounds unpleasant, John Q.
There we go. It is full of juice. Oh, he's here. All right. Let me get my normal camera going, and then I will get him on the screen here. Let me go back to this. Hopefully it fixes me. Am I correct? I think I'm backwards.
I don't know.
Okay, we're just going to leave it like that. Let's bring on one of the guests of honor here. And bam! Look who's here.
How you doing? How's it going?
Oh my gosh.
Hi, David.
The bass in your voice has just blown my speaker out. No.
I hope not.
Larry, we're not doing
that. How are y'all doing?
We're good.
Man. Can you believe it? We made it 10 years. 10 years.
Yeah, congratulations on your 10-year anniversary, man. That is awesome.
Yeah. We're having some fun with it. And we've got the whole line of Bulldog and everything else going now. So hey out there.
That is Mr. Higgy, Tony. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This Higgy, yeah.
It made me an honest man, so yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay,
oh man,
I need to buy some juice now just because of that. All right, so yeah, y'all have Bulldog and you have all the vaping watch flavors and the regular Higgy stuff. So, and then from what I saw, it looks like you had stuff 40% off. So
that's right. You can come in right now and use
he's still a hippie. He's got his hair in a ponytail.
Who was saying that? Yeah. No, I tie it back. Jen thinks it's hot that way. So, as long as she
totally could. Tony wants you to sing some Barry White.
Sing some Barry White. Oh, what was the coupon code we were supposed to use? Because Munchkin cut you off because she's,
Yeah, coupon code thank you. And that's a THANKU. And,
you like the letter U?
The letter U.
Oh, okay. Not YOU.
Off your e-link.
Can't hear a thing. What do you mean you can't hear a thing? I did not turn the sound down. Let me make sure everybody's turned up.
Will wants to know if you had to describe being in business for 10 years using only one word, what would it be?
In this business? Hell. It'd be hell because the vaping industry, we didn't know. We didn't know what the FDA was up to. right in the gate, right? What we found was that we found a way to get people off cigarettes. And we found a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it got us off cigarettes first. And then it started getting everybody off cigarettes around us. And we took off from there, We thought this was the most amazing miracle thing that had ever happened.
Nice
And
one.
we still feel that way about it. Unfortunately, there are forces out there that do not, because it competes with them. And
Pharmaceutical companies.
well, what we've learned is that the FDA gets more money from big tobacco and big pharma, who both hate us. They get more money from them than they do from the taxpayers, which is a real problem. So that's who runs the show, is big tobacco and big pharma. Big pharma hates us because we cut down cancer rates. Cancer pays the bills. We also, just in case you folks didn't know, because guess what? I'm not scared to say it anymore. Vaping cures asthma. Yeah, I couldn't say that before, but I'll say it loud and clear now. There's no such thing as a vaping asthmatic. So yeah, I can say that because I'm not bound by the freaking tobacco rules anymore. So screw the FDA. I have nothing to do with them. They came in to check us out recently, and we told them to get lost, and they did.
I had Munchkin muted because every time she was touching the mic, all I could hear was.
Is that my fault? Am I causing echo?
No, I don't think so. Now it's fine. It was kind of echoing at first, but it stopped.
Okay, I tried to enable the cancellation and all of that good stuff.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not using headphones right now. If you need me to, I'll switch.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, I figured that.
Panzer NZ, yeah. 10 years. I mean, that's a long time to stay in business, especially in the vaping industry, because we've seen a lot of businesses come and go. A lot of them. And it's amazing to me to see the amount of people or businesses that we saw when we first started vaping to what it is now. I mean, now it's little shops on every corner, but they're all selling pods. I mean, that's just the future, apparently. I don't know.
We're not going to talk about RFK's voice, okay? RFK's voice can't be helped, okay? But he's a good guy for the most part. I mean, I don't like everything he stands for, okay, but I do like him overall. Overall, I like him. Granted, I didn't want him to be president, but to be part of the cabinet of the upcoming president, I'm all for. So that, I think that would be great. I think that's going to be.
He
fantastic.
sounds like my coworker Mary. She had hers was stress induced, so when she got anxious, it would tense up her vocal cords, and she sounded like him when he talked.
Oh wow! Oh, and by the way, did you hear that Tulsi is actually being brought on now as Trump's debate coach?
Anyway, we're not here to discuss politics.
No, we're not. But I thought that was
not.
kind of cool because I think Tulsi's hot. Okay, I think Tulsi's hot as hell, and the wife wanted me to show you guys this. So there you go. There's the.
Oh, you still got the long hair. It's back there.
Oh,
it's
here. So yeah, it's just tied in a ponytail. She wanted me to show you.
Of course, it's in a ponytail. Did we think David was going to cut it off?
No.
Yeah.
Almost haven't. It's been almost 2 years since I've been to a barber.
He looks different. He don't have a beard anymore or any kind of facial hair. He's just back to his.
Well, I go back and forth on that all the time.
Well, you can because you grow a beard in 2 days, so you know.
Exactly. So I get in the mood for a
His
beard. I just
facial
grow
hair
it.
grows like my leg hair, like overnight and shit.
That's exactly right.
How you
What's
doing,
up,
T-Ball?
Timmy?
Hey.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Well, Timmy, if you weren't here earlier, it's Higgys' 10th anniversary. They're having a big 40% off sale. Make sure you go check that out. I need to myself. I could always use more juice just because I can never have enough. There's a lot that just sits here. I vape. I like staying to some of the normal flavors I'm used to, and I vape them all the time. I try new stuff, which is great, but I still go back to the stuff I like. So I'll do that.
I always go back to the
Well,
classics.
I know it's going to surprise you guys, but yeah, for me, I'll tell you what I'm vaping. It's going to shock you. I know.
It's not peanut butter buster. It's not key lime ice cream. What?
It's not key lime ice cream. I'll tell you that. Well, I can't see, but yeah, it's peanut butter buster.
Of course, it's peanut butter buster.
This is my shock face.
David's had more peanut butter than anybody I know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody bumped the desk. Oh, killed. Yeah, you can't deal with the landslide of legacy hardware.
No.
Oh man, yeah. I haven't swapped out juices since I made this stuff the first time.
Wow.
Well, that was my biggest disappointment coming. There were two big disappointments coming into vape. Two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number one, I couldn't find a good coffee. Everything tasted like crap. It tasted like an instant coffee or just something nasty. And I couldn't find a good peanut butter. Okay. All the peanut butter tasted like Skippy. And I freaking hate Skippy. Okay. I'm a Jif guy.
I'm a Jif guy,
yeah.
I think Southern folks are normally Jif people. I mean, maybe there's some Skippy folks out there, but yeah.
Well, Peter Pan's okay, right? Peter Pan's okay. Yeah, and Reese's. I've tried Reese's, and that stuff's good too. Okay, but yeah, that Skippy stuff, no, that's garbage.
They had one I tried a long time ago that was called Simply Ground. That was a mix between creamy and crunchy. So it had smaller ground peanuts in it, and it spread way easier. That shit was delicious, and now I can't find it anywhere.
Nice.
Very disappointing.
Well, but the thing was that since I couldn't find these things, I was insistent I was going to find them for myself, right? And I went on a quest, and I found my coffee. If you guys ever buy any of our coffee flavors, you know that they taste like they came from a coffee house. Okay, we have two different lines of coffees. Okay, so we have a straight up espresso, and if you have that straight up espresso, it just tastes like espresso, and it's delicious. You can practically feel the caffeine. And if you go with the latte line, like I have a mocha latte and a raspberry mocha, and between those two, they taste just like you would have out of a coffee house. But if you go for the cappuccino, on the other hand, we have a vanilla cappuccino, for example. That tastes like the QT cappuccino that you would expect, made from powdered crap, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys, but I like that stuff on occasion. Yes, I'm a coffee snob, but I do like the powdered crap on occasion.
I like it too. I go in the Quick Trip, even though we don't have Quick Trips up here, and get that French vanilla cappuccino they have in.
Right? Yeah.
Just pump out of the machine.
So yeah, I had to look everywhere, but I finally did find this coffee, and that's what we've offered here. And then with peanut butter, that was the really hard one. I worked on my recipe and got it down, and yeah, it tastes like Jif, guys. It tastes like Jif. Like I said, I don't do skippy. And it took a lot of work, but yeah, now I've got, and yes, there is a full line of PBJs out there too. We have the creamy and the crunchy, and the most complicated vape recipe I ever did. I don't know if I ever told you this, Steve. Yeah, the most complicated vape recipe I ever did was the crunchy PB&J with apple butter.
Wow.
That I think it was something like 17 or 18 different flavors in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And you know, the thing is that if you vape these things at a decent level, you can actually taste the bread in there too.
Sanka. You like that instant coffee stuff, Tony?
See, that's the thing. Yeah, you want Sanka, get somebody else's coffee stuff. That's exactly what it tastes like. Is
Y'all made
Sanka.
Bill go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich now. You made him hungry.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, apple butter was a tough mix to make. And to make it work right with the peanut butter and between the peanut butter and the I thought that once I got my crunchy down, that it would just be a matter of, okay, now I've got the crunchy peanut butter, so I'm gonna mix it up the same way, right? No, of course not. That didn't work. I had to do a unique mix for every single one of them. It took me a while to get the line of PBJs made. It was a pain, a lot of work, but yeah, it's good stuff.
New York has everything banned. Yeah. So you go all the way down to Tennessee, Harry? Good Lord, man.
Oh,
I don't know if you can even. Do they check y'all's mail that comes into New York too? Are they that strict? I don't know. I'm just wondering.
I mean,
and
even if they
Paramount, we
didn't,
do
it
have
only
pumpkin
takes
spice,
once or twice for people to complain to the shippers that they didn't get their shipment and they're going to stop shipping there. So,
Oh, and by the way, yeah, we do have pumpkin spice. So I'm not a fan of pumpkin spice, but we've got it. Jen's a huge fan of it. And by the way, she's not here because she's
of
sick,
course,
guys. So
she's a white
send
girl. She
send her
would
good
lose her
vibes,
card
will
if
you?
she didn't like pumpkin spice.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's a white girl. Well, all white girls like pumpkin spice, right? That's the rule. Yeah.
It is.
So yeah. But yeah, send good vibes to Jen. She got really sick earlier today. So we've been pumping her full of vitamin C and zinc and all that good stuff.
Wow. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were sick last couple of weeks. I mean, we're just about over it now at this point. I mean, it's still got a slight cough, but it's about gone now.
Oh wow. So
Yeah,
far, so
I
good
think
for
we
me.
had COVID actually, because
Oh yeah,
when we came back to work, one of the other ladies there didn't feel good, and she got tested. She had COVID.
yeah.
My son apparently got well, I don't know. I don't know that my son was sick. We were supposed to celebrate his 29th birthday. Can you believe that? My son's 29.
Yeah, so is my child.
They were supposed to celebrate his birthday this past week, and he and his girlfriend bailed on us, called in sick on his birthday. He said, "Well, we'll have to reschedule." I'm like, I had a slow cooker. I had a crock pot at Higgys with pulled pork in it that I put in there at 3:30 in the morning. It's like, or no, we're not rescheduling. We're just going to celebrate without you. And oh well, and that's
Wow.
exactly what we did. Everybody came. Everybody still came, and we celebrated.
Hello, Arnie.
Well, yeah, I have two grandchildren now. One is 6. I think the oldest one just turned 6. So the other one, I think she's 4 now. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Tim, I'm with you there, man. We're all getting a little bit older, aren't we?
Yeah, I just turned, what was it? I don't know. Last week I turned 56. So yeah, I'm getting
Well, happy belated birthday. I didn't know that. I missed
yeah,
that.
back on the
Uh,
15th of
yes, Cloud
August.
Chucker. Yes, Cloud Chucker, we can ship to the UK. You bet we can. We ship all over.
You knew that, Cloud Chucker. How do you not know that? Order a lot. Make it worth the shipping, man.
Jen told me to
That's
point out that there's also tiramisu when we're talking about coffee because we got a really good tiramisu.
Tiramisu. Yeah, that coffee you got, the Nilla Nuts coffee is really good, especially in the French press, man. I've never perfected the art of the French press, but when you did it through there, I was like, oh, this is great. This is great.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's two keys to the French press. Number one, you want to use good water, right? I mean, preferably bottled water. That's one. Number two is that you use more of a coarse grind when you're doing the French press. Just a little bit more coarse, and that way you're not getting. Who wants the grains in your coffee, right?
Cloud Chucker, I mean, the reason I bring it up is because it's 40% off right now. You say you'll order juice soon, but it's 40% off right now. If you order it later instead of sooner, it won't be 40% off anymore. So you might want to reconsider that. Just saying. Get it while it's on sale, man. That's my motto. I always buy stuff when it's on sale and then end up broke going, well, it was on sale, so I saved money by spending all my money.
Scuba has never seen a sale he didn't like.
There you go. Oh, and by the way, you were talking about singing a little while ago. I am actually looking at I think it's about 3 weeks away. I think Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Arr.
That's right. I do believe that I'm planning on a video release for that day. So
Very nice.
yeah. So I'll have some.
Make cold brew coffee.
Munchie getting my fentanyl.
We made
where from? I don't.
Because we have a Ninja slushy machine, so we made a coffee frappe that was I don't know, we cold brewed some coffee, but then we put it
we didn't cold brew it. We brewed it and shoved it in the
and threw it in the fridge, and then after it sat in there overnight, the next day we took that coffee, put it in the slushy machine along with some heavy cream and some other stuff, at chocolate syrup or something, I don't know, and it came out really good, man. That was better than Starbucks.
Tony.
That was like better than Starbucks. It was really good. So,
see, she's an angry mistress. Har. Absolutely. Okay, now I've got to show you. If I want cold brew, I'll tell you what I do. If I can get this, I think I can.
I have a body of Higgys that's been steeping for 5 years.
Look, I
only vape it on Christmas Eve. Damn.
I have some Nilla Nuts. That's.
I've seen it. You got an espresso machine.
Espresso. Oh yeah, that right there. It has a cold brew setting on it.
Fancy.
You betcha.
Is that you got an espresso machine in your office?
I do.
Well, you gotta have it on standby, like right there.
I mean, we did have a Keurig in our bedroom, so it makes sense, I suppose.
Oh yeah, it works. It works quite well, and yeah. So got the grinder on top. It grinds right into the
it can't be a ranga bang. Is that what? Did I get it right? monkey in a minefield, orangabang. I'm just guessing.
What do you call a monkey in a minefield?
Yeah. I'm thinking orangabang. I don't know what it'll be called. But
Baboom.
Okay, there you go. Hey, they both work. Baboom. Just looking at the bottle, born 8/27/2019. It's old enough to start school, right?
Mm.
That's a long time to keep a bottle steeping. You better make sure you shake it up every once in a while. I still have some really old juice like that.
5 years. Wow. And what kind of flavor is that you've been steeping for 5 years?
Oh, this one's empty, man.
I'm all about the fresh stuff, guys.
That's an old bottle.
I never steep much of anything.
That's
Well,
Blue
you
Saber.
you have the lab. I wouldn't
do.
steep anything if I had the lab either. I'd be like a mad scientist in there. What do I want to make now?
That's my problem. I don't have anything to drink. I drank that mango margarita and it's all gone now. I mean, I could probably get a little bit more out of the
We
jug.
have the cock.
I know. Yes, you do. Hold on.
At least you don't have nuts on your pants this time.
Well, to go with my coffee, I got this little guy right here, so I could go with that, I suppose.
I'm gonna have to wait for the broadcast to catch up because I don't see what you just showed.
I'm still holding it up.
It's still behind. It'll pop up eventually. I'm watching YouTube, not the
Okay.
StreamYard. Oh, what is that? Is that a big ass bottle of Bailey's?
It is.
See, Bailey's is so expensive for coffee creamer.
Well, yeah, but the way
so
I
good.
don't drink a lot. So, for me to buy a big bottle like that and set it in here, I'll be using this for 2 years.
All right.
It works. It works, and then it's worth it, right?
See, but I'm the kind of person that would be like, Monday morning, who doesn't need a little bit of Bailey's in their coffee? I don't think
I'm
it
the same
lasts
way
for 2 years.
Same way about scotch, right? I can go out and buy a nice 12 or 16 year single malt, and then
I'm not a fan of scotch.
right, but then I'll sip on it for the next 3 or 4 years.
Oh, she's got some Kimber's apple scotch pie. So I went through our boxes of flavorings and found a whole bunch of concentrates that I forgot we had. And we do have some Kimber's apple scotch pie.
Nice. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So, well, I'm glad that works out for you. Like I said, I typically stick to mine straight up. Oh, and by the way, what I'm really drinking is iced tea, just sweet tea.
You're from Georgia. You didn't have to quantify that with saying sweet.
Right. Yeah, that's true. This is very true. But for some of the folks who don't know that I'm down here in God's land.
I wouldn't go quite that far. You're too close to Atlanta for that shit.
You ain't wrong. Atlanta's a mess. Atlanta is a mess. Oh, twisted tea? Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm good now, that's for sure. That's a little too much.
Seagram's in his coffee. Ew.
Adult sweet tea is even better. Okay. Do you make your own sweet tea? I haven't done that in a long time. Like sun tea or something, that would be really good.
Seagram's in coffee. See, I like Irish cream. Little Kahlua is nice on occasion in the coffee. Jen likes to put amaretto in there as well. That's stuff.
That's like one of our favorite drinks, amaretto sour. Those are good.
Mm. Yeah, I like a good whiskey sour. I found I don't like whiskey. I like scotch, but I don't like whiskey.
Oh, adult sweet tea slushy. I mean, it could be done, Scott. I've just barely scratched the surface with that slushy machine. Trust me. We made a pistachio cream slushy a couple days ago.
And he ended up covered in nuts. His pants were crunchy.
Okay. This stuff comes in a powder, right? So it's better to mix it before you put it in the machine. I was trying to mix it, but I guess the spoon I had was not the best one. It was made for like noodles, and I was using
because he used a spaghetti serving spoon instead of the whisks.
And it was just shooting the powder out of there onto my pants, and I had like this big stain. She's like, "You got nuts."
I literally have all kinds of kitchen gadgets, and he's gonna use the spaghetti spoon instead of the whisk.
I mean, it's expensive though. It's $24 for like 3 pounds of that powder, but you got to use 8 cups for a 64-ounce serving of it. So a half a gallon. Yes, 8 cups makes half a gallon. So, but it is really good. Soon as you drink it, you taste the pistachio right off the bat, and then that cream kicks in after that, which makes it really smooth. I like it. So it actually was, and it's a slushy. I mean, it's like a pistachio milkshake. It's really good.
Yeah, Sloan, I you know what? I'm with you there. I think it's gross when Bailey's curdles. So yeah, I'm with you there. Although I've done my share of the Irish car bombs and stuff like that. That was fun. I enjoyed the heck out of those. That was a few years back, but
I do need it. I'm gonna order some juice. I'm just gonna do it. If none of y'all in chat order juice, I'm gonna order it just because y'all didn't.
Buy me some.
Buy you some. Damn. Okay, fine. Well, I mean, you can just share what I got. It's just gonna be a higher milligram. That's all.
I'm not doing that. I want Kentucky bourbon.
Darn. I like Kentucky bourbon custard. It's good.
It's
Kentucky
really good
bourbon
mixed with
custard.
Nilla nuts.
Nilla nuts. I mean, yeah, Nilla nuts. I can vape the one we make or the one they make. It doesn't matter to me. They both taste just as good. So I'll vape it all day long.
Go.
But that stuff, I mean, why would I?
Everyone's falling
Kentucky
asleep
bourbon
at
custard,
5
I can't make. The Nilla nuts, I
nothing wrong
can.
with that.
I now order another juice that I know that I like from them that I can get more of. And I know they got that one flavor that was that Clockworks custard that's got like 8 gabillion flavors in it. Yeah, that one's that's weird.
Jen flashed me the screen only because she knows I have a shitty memory.
Oh,
I was like, look, I gotta look at the recipe for the juice I'm making. It's only got 4 ingredients. You really think I'm gonna remember anything about that one?
What was it?
Ew, that sounds nasty.
Cement mixer, Bailey's, and lime juice.
You're basically forcing it to curdle. Blech. The only shot you have to chew.
You have to chew. I'm not chewing a shot, right? I don't think I would want to either.
Unless
Tony.
it's a Jello shot, but that's not even really chewing. That's
I don't. Scott keeps saying that Sloan did something, and I hate Bailey's. I poured too many shots. That
he's asking if she's ever made a duck fart.
Yeah,
You
What's
don't
the duck
squeeze them
fart?
so hard, Scott.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah,
I
got me
can't
thinking
remember
about the
half
coffee. I'm gonna fix them.
Can't remember half the stuff I was gonna say. I haven't been down through Georgia in a while, and I mean, I know I know we will be next March, but that's kind of a long way away. So I don't know if we're going down there anytime in between. We don't really have any time off left. Well, I don't. She does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the boss definitely wants her around a lot more than me, so I don't get as much time off, but she deserves her time off, so I'll give her that. But I mean, I could send her down. She just won't know anybody down there, but y'all. Is that place still open on Pleasant Hill with the steel, whatever it was called?
Iron Age?
There you go, Iron Age.
Food place, metal something, whatever it's called.
Steel, whatever. Oh yeah, iron.
There's
one
one
of
in Fairfax. That was delicious.
It was good. I liked it.
I like white Russians. Banana white Russians are really
Even
good
whatever
too.
that clear sauerkraut looking stuff was really good.
Those were noodles.
Yeah, they were good.
And I haven't been able to find them. I've been looking up glass noodles, and everything I see is not glass noodles.
She didn't believe him. It was a drink. Alabama Slammers. Oh my goodness. Alabama Slammer.
We made some of those, didn't we? That's what we had to get.
See, now I'm not much of a drinker, guys. That's the thing. That's the whole reason why I'll go buy this stuff, and it will last me for freaking ever, because I might drink a handful of times in a year.
Shit,
Yeah.
RS's wife would have killed that bottle of Bailey's you have in 1 or 2 nights.
Oh, she
Joyce
one night.
would have been
I'll
gone.
tell you one thing they'll bring you here. I'll tell you one thing they'll bring you here before March.
What's that?
My daughter is she's a bartender. She's been bartending to get her college, paid for, etc. So really proud of her. But she taught me a thing or two last year. When she graduated, she got her bachelor's in science. And when we went to celebrate at her place, I told her, I said, I wish you guys had jalapeno margaritas. And she said, you want a jalapeno margarita? I'll make you a jalapeno margarita. No. And she did, and holy crap, it was good. And she told me, she said, Dad, all it is a regular margarita with jalapeno syrup.
Yeah.
And I found jalapeno syrup is a hard thing to get hold of, actually.
Yeah.
But
we got some ghost pepper vodka.
Not a hard
but
thing.
We haven't made anything with it.
It's not a hard.
I want to make Bloody Marys with the ghost pepper vodka.
So I make homemade jalapeno margaritas now.
Nice.
And mine have just a little bit more kick too.
I bet. Well, of course, it's you. You drink everything scorching hot. I tried to. Yeah, everybody was like, "Hey, I mean, even when Angela made us drinks, apparently she only made Munchkin strong drinks and gave me the weak stuff because mine tastes like Gatorade."
Mine did not taste like Gatorade.
Yeah, mine was not. Or maybe I already had drank so much that they tasted weak to me. I don't know. But I was like, hey, bring on the sauce, man. I need more sauce. Oh, not another mod heist. I'm scared, Cloud Chucker. Look at Cloud Chucker. He's got so much money, he could just bet $500,000. Now I'm going to have to look up how to make jalapeno syrup. Just because I'm sure. Yeah, we do got ghost pepper. We got ghost pepper vodka, but honestly, it's very little ghost pepper. I can barely taste it.
How much? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So no heat?
Yeah, there's no heat to it.
Well, I remember when you and I were down here and they were talking about, hey, go ahead and try the jalapeno margaritas. Like, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it. it's one thing, Bloody Mary, but that's just Tabasco, right?
Mhm.
It's like, I'm not sure how I feel about all this pepper stuff in my drinks, but son of a gun, jalapeno peppers are just, jalapeno margaritas are just delicious, man.
They are good. They're good.
Oh, holy crap, they're addictive.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, now this is
Get
good.
the heat of the alcohol, but
Oh,
then the heat
damn
of the pepper. It's just all smooth at that point.
No, I hadn't drank the bottle of Jack yet, Tony.
There
Y'all
you go.
just got me
It's not
started.
quite as dark.
Angela got me started,
Look
and
at
then
that.
I busted into the Jack Daniels.
Oh, you drown people in the sex pond. Of course you did.
I did.
Oh,
Munchkin loves drowning people in the sex pond.
I sanitize it after every drowning. It's fine.
Okay. As long as we sanitize it.
well,
They need
yeah.
to empty that sex pond.
Gotta keep it chlorinated, right?
Fried onion rings.
We don't use chlorine. We use
Linda,
chlorine.
Munchkin won't touch anything onion pretty much unless
Except
it's
for Funyuns.
onion
Or those-
flavored.
Or those
It's okay.
French fried onions you put in green bean casserole. I like those.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't. She won't do salsa or anything that has onions in it. She won't touch it.
Wow.
They make me gag. If I bite into one, I will barf.
Does that include green onions?
Yes. Green. I
Wait,
don't like
okay.
green onions, bell peppers, red peppers. They're
Well, I
nasty.
don't like bell
like
peppers.
jalapenos.
Bell peppers are pointless, man. It's
She
like
just-
they got
They
all this
taste like
vapor
grass.
to it, but no heat. What's with the bell? That's a ridiculous waste of vegetation.
Munchkin
I-
don't like anything with flavor. Okay,
If I
no onions,
bend
no bell
y'all up
peppers. no-
around the edges of the pond, I'm sure I could probably get 7 or 8, maybe 9. It depends if I want to put the top on. No, onions are gross
Yeah, Creed
No
don't like
onions
onions
in
either.
any way, shape, or
I'm
form.
fine with it. I'll go to Texas Roadhouse and get a big old blossom and eat the whole
Yeah.
thing by myself because she
Yeah,
won't.
see now that just amazes me. I remember when I was a kid. My grandfather was a Cajun. Okay, that's one of the things. My mother's father, and he'd sit down with me and he'd be like, "All right, you need to go ahead and eat this pepper right here. You bite the big end first because it gets hotter down at the tail." Of course, it was full of crap, right? But he used to tell me this is the proper way to make a bologna sandwich, right? You go and you take your bread, you take your cheese, you take your bologna, you take your mustard, you take your Tabasco, you chop up some green peppers in there, you put it all together, right? What's the one thing missing?
He didn't put mayo on. I
Onion.
don't know.
Onion.
Onion. Okay.
He had mayo on there too, I'm sure. But
Okay.
he's like, now what you do is you take this big ass Vidalia onion and you cut it in half. And he goes, you take the sandwich in one hand,
And throw that
the
bitch in the
Vidalia
trash.
in the other.
Eat the onion in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's the proper way to eat a bologna sandwich. Well, we pronounce it bologna, yeah.
That's
Mhm.
nasty.
Yeah, we tricked her granddaughter into eating an onion, said it was an apple, and she ate the onion anyway, just raw onion.
Her sister's like, Lily, I don't think that's an apple. And she was just,
It's good. They're delicious.
no,
Oh yeah.
they're not.
I won't stoop to the level of just biting into raw onions and eating them. I mean, if they're cooked, yeah, of course.
Oh,
Or on a hamburger. I love onions on a hamburger, but I don't know.
Raw onion on your hamburger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
fine.
raw onion on hot dogs too. Although I'll tell you what I found was I forget I think it's Dave's Wicked Pickles or something like that. Or not the Wicked Pickles, but they are hot pickles. And they're hot sweet pickles. But believe it or not, and you're gonna find this humorous because Jen just I think she was holding something. I think she dropped her drink when I told her this, but I told her, I said, they were too hot. Okay. And what I meant by that is that they're too hot to enjoy as a sweet pickle. It's like, because I love hot stuff.
Right.
But it's like, if I'm going to sit there and just munch on this for a while, it's too hot to enjoy like that. So I was like, but what I did find is that I could take this thing. I have this mixer, and if I pour the whole thing into this mixer and shred it to crap, turn it into relish, and throw in about half a Vidalia onion, it'll actually fit back into the jar with all of it now mush. And I put ketchup, that, and Tabasco on my hot dogs, and they are perfect. I air fry the hot dogs too.
Did you ever find the Hers Carolina Reaper cheese puffs?
No, I did not.
You need to try. I don't know if they sell Hers HERRS down in Georgia, but if they do, and especially like at Dollar General, I think they sell them there. Hers Carolina Reaper cheese puffs. They are very well, depending
If you
on
find
what
a Love's truck stop, they have them there.
I bought a whole box of them, right? Of bags of chips.
Hey, Roger, how you doing,
The
bud?
first box I got was okay spicy. The next box I got was so hot I could barely eat them, but they're delicious.
Yeah, I opened the bag and was like, these look a little different than the last batch.
Guess what? They have them at Walmart.
Good, yeah. Okay, find them at Walmart, unless it's Walmart's website. I mean, if you can get them from
Well,
there.
that's
They
what I'm
might
looking
have
at.
them at Walmart there. They sell them at
Yeah,
Dollar
they
General
do,
here.
but it's $60 for a 12-pack.
I think it's cheaper from the main Hers website, but
You would think. Look at this 3-pack. They have a 3-pack, 3 big value pack for $75.18. What the hell?
wow. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
just try to find you one bag at like a Dollar General or something and try them. You're going to be like, oh my God, these are the best chips I've ever had. They're delicious.
Yeah,
They're spicy,
have
but
one
they're
bag.
delicious.
They do have one bag on sale here for $20.
$20? No, man, that's crazy.
Check Dollar General stores because there's like one Dollar General in Hampton that sells them.
All right,
And
I'll
the
have to send
7-Eleven
Jen
by
in
our
there the next
office
time that she's if
Has
she
the
goes
small
to.
bags of them.
There's one right across the street from Higgys. She
Yeah.
loves to go in there.
If she can find you that, man, you're gonna fall in love with them chips, man. I love
Because
those.
they're
things.
actually good. They have flavor on top of
Yes.
being super spicy.
They're spicy, but they have really good flavor to them. It's just you'll eat the whole bag before you know what happens. And
Well, I'm all about that balance. You got to have the balance. If you don't have that, why are you eating it? Why are you eating hot stuff? I have nothing to prove. It's like, no, I eat hot because I like it, but it has to be with good. It has to taste good. If it doesn't, if the taste doesn't justify it, why do it?
you got to eat like at least 4 or 5 of them chips before you'll really start to go, oh yeah, these are really good. They're spicy and flavorful. And then you're like, man, I need to eat more because the spice is building up. So you hurry up and eat more, and then you still stay hot.
I still need to eat this right
Oh,
here.
the gummy bear. Yeah. I've never seen anybody, that I know, eat one of those. And I figured, how hot can a gummy bear be?
I bet you it can be pretty hot. I tell you what, the hottest thing I ever tried was that 1 nut challenge. That 1 nut challenge was the 1 nut. I think it was called
Death Nut.
What's that?
The Death Nut.
Death Nut. That might have been it. It was I forget. It was like 21 million or something like that. I forget. It was nuts. And but I'm convinced,
a lot of nuts in there.
I'm convinced that the nuts were rotten.
Oh, okay.
Ew.
Yeah,
So
'cause
not only were they
all of it-
spicy hot,
all
they
of it
were.
got sick.
Nobody likes
Yeah.
rancid nuts.
No, no, definitely not.
There-
We all got sick.
There's
Yeah, I got
RS, the king of that ain't hot.
Mhm.
Is it
What?
30
There's
million?
nothing to that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and yeah, that was the hottest stuff I ever put in my mouth. You know, you remember that chip that we all did, right? And
Mhm.
Yeah.
I licked the inside of that package. I loved it. Oh, that was good.
Wow.
But the
Carolina
nut, man,
Reaper.
whoo,
Yeah,
that
that's what the cheese
yeah.
puffs are, Will.
I have I didn't eat the whole Carolina Reaper because we were sharing it, but I did eat a good chunk of a Carolina Reaper. They're hot.
I mean, my granddaughters both took a bite of the Carolina Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a fine powdered Carolina Reaper seasoning now that I keep in the kitchen. So when I make wings, what I do is I found the best way to do wings is to use the typical wing sauce, just generic wing sauce.
Generic wing sauce is butter and Texas Pete.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And I tell you what, my mother-in-law loves that stuff.
It's
And
delicious.
but then on my and when I prepare the chicken, I'll treat it with the dry herbs.
You know what you should do?
You know,
You should
I
make
put
shredded
garlic.
chicken barbecue and put
Mhm.
the Texas Pete and butter with your Carolina Reaper powder and just drizzle that on top of it and make a barbecue sandwich. It's fucking delicious.
I'm wondering, because Scott's like, oh, or not Scott, Tony saying, whatever comes in goes out, right? The Carolina Reaper cheese puffs never had a problem. Most hot stuff I eat don't have a problem. Usually, the only time I have a problem is if I eat a lot of jalapenos, which they're not real spicy, but later on when I have to go to the bathroom, that's when I feel the spice from those. I don't know why that is because Carolina Reaper I'm fine with, but jalapenos not so much. So
Really, jalapenos?
Yeah.
The jalapenos. Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to peppers, I think that jalapenos are the best tasting pepper. It's the standard. Okay,
Right.
that right there, that is the high gold standard of taste. Right there is the jalapeno. And like a Scotch bonnet, for example, tastes like about 1,000 jalapenos at one time, yeah, in one bite, right? At the same amount of heat and it's about 1,000 jalapenos and taste. I mean, it's just an explosion in your mouth. Now, I found that in my nowadays I don't eat a lot of raw peppers, and the reason why is that they tend to give me migraines. If I can eat one Scotch bonnet, for example, at a sitting, but if I eat two, I'm gonna have a migraine.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'd rather chop it up into a salsa or something, cook it into something and eat it that way so I can enjoy it a lot more.
See, I've never had Indian food, but I've heard that biryani is good, and what is it, butter chicken, and I want to try it.
Yeah, I've had
I
some
don't know if
Indian
it's
food
Indian.
and I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, but I've also one thing I don't get about curry is so freaking bland. Why? It's like the opposite of all of this. It's like, okay, so it's hot, but it's not spicy.
It's like hot and bitter, isn't it?
No, it's just hot and bland. And it's like, what's that point? It's like, no, you're supposed to have the hot and spicy, right? I mean, those are supposed to go together. And instead what you've got is this bland but hot. And it's just kind of strange to the tongue. But
Curry.
yeah,
curry
it is want
supposed
to be
be
hot. I agree, but it's kind of funny because I had some guys that worked for me years ago.
Hot tastes
you
like
know,
wheat paste.
they,
That
they
doesn't
were
sound
they were
appetizing.
from India and Pakistan and all that. So and they knew about me and my hot stuff. And they were like, "Well, we need to take you to our restaurant and see how you do there." And they really expected me to get choked up on whatever they served me. So they were disappointed. But it was fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if David don't find them cheese curls, then we need to take some with us the next time we roll through Georgia.
you
So
go.
make sure.
Yeah, King Cobra. I don't doubt that. That's the thing. What's with most of the curry stuff that I tried just did not have any real flavor to it. It tasted almost like sand, but it had this heat, right?
Okay,
That
well, I
was
want
like
it to
John
actually
Public,
taste
but-
good.
John Public, you mean, Will? But close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I've learned a lot of stuff over the years. Like, for example, if you go to a Mexican restaurant, you always ask for the chef's sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You ask for the chef's sauce. And usually what they'll do is they'll look at me and they realize how pale I am and ask me twice if I actually want it. And I'm like, yes, I want it. But
I went
that's
out
the
for
thing.
Thai food with some friends of mine that when I worked with, and they asked how many stars they wanted, and all the guys got brave, and they were like, "We want 4 stars." And she looked at him, and one of the guys was Filipino, the other 2 guys are just normal, your run-of-the-mill white guys. And she gave him 4 stars, and halfway through the meal, one of them had his head in the water fountain, cooling his head off. I think they
Wow.
hooked it up for them intentionally.
Well, I tell you what, they opened up this one place down the street, or in Lawrenceville, actually, off of 316, that caught my eye. It was a super hot chicken, all this, and they had all these different levels. So, I went in there and I got the top level of chicken. I brought it home, kept it hot on my way home, sat down. I smelled that thing. It reeked. I could smell it before I even unwrapped it. Smell all that sauce in there, and it was inedible. Completely inedible. It was like, no, you guys just sat down here, threw in like straight up capsaicin or what have you, and all this stuff in here without anybody there who's actually going to eat this stuff to make this hottest one. And it just tasted like garbage. I threw away the whole damn thing.
Wow.
And I was so excited about it, but that was a major, major disappointment.
Wow, there's Brent and Carrie. Man, that's old.
Hey,
school.
Brent and Carrie, thank you very much. Yeah. Ugly shirt raffle. Oh, I still have
Ugly
you.
So our news
you.
station just posted where we are. We are in the fall summer, which falls after the inferno and right before second summer. Because the high was 78 with no humidity today. It's
Oh,
only a matter
nice.
of time before that changes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I woke up this morning. Jen had me run to Walmart this morning, and it was 59 degrees outside. I'm like, holy crap. It's almost cold. Yeah.
No Brent or Carrie. The rose is broken and buried away in some box somewhere. It's
Yeah, see,
missing
Scott,
an insulator.
that's the thing. Most of those sauces are nasty. That's what I've learned. Most of those sauces are nasty. I like going to Firehouse and playing the numbers game, right? I'll go way on the far end and play with all the different sauces they have there, and yeah, most of them taste like dirt, and that's just something I get irritated by. It's like, and it all comes back to this. Like I said, jalapenos. That's your best tasting pepper, right? Tabasco. That's your best tasting hot sauce. Period.
I don't
There's
like Tabasco.
no better hot sauce than Tabasco.
See, I don't like
It's no
Tabasco. I'm a Texas Pete girl. Tabasco, I don't like that
Texas
bitter
Pete is
pepper
not
flavor
hot
to it.
sauce. That's Louisiana
Okay,
sauce.
well,
Okay.
Tabasco sauce isn't hot either, but
Well,
I don't
it's
like
not as
the
hot,
flavor
yeah.
of Tabasco sauce. I don't
Right,
like that bitter black pepper flavor.
Tabasco's my salt and pepper, guys. You know, I mean,
Well,
I
don't
even
think-
have this little bag right here.
Tabasco sauce. He carries
Yeah.
one of them in his pocket.
It only got to 114
I
degrees
think that I don't
today.
think Munchkin's
Like
been to
cold.
Gatlinburg,
No, I have not.
but Gatlinburg has a hot popcorn place that's got all the flavors of popcorn. They have a hot beef jerky place that has all the hot flavors of beef jerky. They have a sauce place that's got nothing but hot sauces, all kinds of hot sauces. I don't know. I don't think she's been to Gatlinburg, but she needs to check it out because there's plenty, or even David. There's a lot of hot sauce places in Gatlinburg.
Yeah. Oh no. I visited some of these hot sauce places. We don't have them, here in Gwinnett.
Right.
But and when I've traveled, I've gone to a few of them, and it's kind of funny. I went to one place, and I remember they had the guy was telling me about this sauce that he had right here, and that it was blah blah blah. And it was concentrated this and that. I'm like, can I try it? You've got a toothpick right here. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not allowed. I can't do that. And he said, I've got these other samples here, and I looked over at one of them, and I grabbed the toothpick, and I took the sauce and I put it on the toothpick. And I licked it off. I said, that's some pretty good stuff. I said, yeah, you want to try it now? So he went and got me the other stuff. After he saw that, he's like, okay, yeah, you can handle it. It's like you had to prove yourself, right, before you could try some of the heavy duty stuff back there. But
Wow.
yeah, that's fun stuff, but yeah, it most of the time it tastes like crap.
Yeah, I don't understand why they have such a hard time making hot and spicy stuff that actually tastes good. Like the one chip challenge. Now, part of me thinks they intentionally made that taste like licking a cat's ass. So,
did you feel it tasted that way?
well, not the blue one. The blue one had a little bit more flavor. The original one tasted like
thought it was
chewing on a piece of
good.
charcoal. It had
Oh.
no flavor. And I'm wondering if they did that on purpose so little kids and
Right.
things
Well,
like that wouldn't eat them.
well, no, little kids aren't going to get past the heat, right? But with the the whole thing is that they're just trying to outdo each other with all the heat, and they're not taking into account taste. Taste doesn't matter with that kind of thing, and it's like no. That's when you've lost it. That's when you've lost it. You've got to find the balance. And that sometimes means less, right? But it doesn't have to be that way.
I made David bigger.
That's
Well,
what
tell
she
Shannon.
said.
That would do.
Yeah, I mean, $80 was an awful lot, and they weren't even if they were like full size bottles, then that would have been one thing. But they're the like the little tiny sample size bottles for $80 for a box of like 7 sauces. Y'all done lost your damn mind.
Right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, a
not
lot of them hot sauces are way too expensive. It's like, really, y'all want what for that?
I mean,
No.
I don't remember how much I paid for the bomb hot sauce, but that shit's nasty. It tastes gross.
That's what I've heard.
No.
It's hot, but it tastes terrible.
It's
And
hot
I'm
as
not-
hell, but it tastes nasty.
But what I was telling you about the wings is that those wings, I make them with I just put a little garlic on there, salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. I put that on all of them, right? But then on mine, I put that Carolina Reaper stuff, man. I sprinkle that on the dry herb, okay? And then when it's done cooking, I dip the wings into the sauce. And then, oh, holy crap, it's delicious. It's better than anything you could get at Hooters or Zaxby's or what have you. So, yeah. And I've been making a mean pulled pork, by the way. I've outdone the whatchamacallit, Tipsy Pig.
Mhm.
I won't be going there anymore. more.
Good.
My own is better, much better. And what I've done, Steve, I have 2 barbecue sauces. I have a vinegar-based barbecue sauce, and I have a brown sugar-based barbecue sauce. And what I do is that I'll take that vinegar-based barbecue sauce. I have my pork with Coke, right? Going for the 8 hours. I drain out the Coke, and then I pull the pork and take that bone out, and then I pour the vinegar based into it and let it cook on low for another 15-20 minutes before it's served. And then you put the brown sugar based on top of that, and
sounds good. Munchkin likes the vinegar based a lot more than I do. I'm more partial towards the brown sugar side.
Yeah, I don't like
know if it's a southern thing or what, but
we found that barbecue together was the best way, right? If you have both together, that's and so by just letting that meat marinate in it, oh holy crap, it's so good. And then it doesn't go through the bun either when you pour the vinegar stuff on there, which that sucks. A soggy bun, who wants a soggy bun, right? So
soggy
on the steak.
Sloan said, great, it's 3 a.m. and now I want pulled pork. Thanks, David.
Oh man.
I know it makes
not
me think, damn, we can go buy one and just start smoking that son of a gun.
I like A1 because I like the flavor of A1. So
same here. I like a little A1. Yeah. I'm not going to deny that.
Lightning. Oh, be careful, Kramer.
Stay low, Kramer.
Wait, if there's lightning, why are you going outside to play? Like, let me go out and play in the lightning.
Because she wants to go look at the lightning. You can't see it from indoors.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to say I do like A1 on my steak, but nowadays I'll tend to set it on the side and just kind of dip it in there.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I do. I don't smother it or anything.
Yeah.
I still want to taste the steak, but I also like the taste of A1. So.
Right, and soggy buns do suck. And that was the thing when I was doing the vinegar and the barbecue and the brown sugar base. They tasted great together, but then your bun's getting all soggy from pouring this vinegar over it. So when I just pour it into the mix, and everybody, you know what? I was most concerned about my mother-in-law, right? Because my mother-in-law does not like hot stuff, and the vinegar stuff is hotter than the brown sugar base, right? So, but when I put it in the pork, she came back and told me that was the best I'd ever done. So,
I think it's because of the way the vinegar soaks down into the meat and just tenderizes it. And I mean, I can see the benefit of the vinegar. It just depends on the way it tastes. Some of them I do like. So
I don't know about tenderizing because bear in mind I've already cooked it with the Coke.
Well, true, but I mean I don't know. It makes it all wet and just.
My old friend, he does like a brisket, like beef brisket, but he uses Dr. Pepper and Kahlua, I think, and it gets a bark on it. It is actually really, really, really good.
Huh. Now that sounds interesting. I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, I don't remember his recipe, but it's really good. It's not overpowering. It gives it like a very smoky flavor. It's delicious.
Well, we better get off of here. We are past our time.
Tampon Timmy. Who's Tampon Timmy?
TMI? Is that what they said?
Timmy.
A tampon Timmy? I don't know.
Is that what's his name running with? Come on.
Stina!
I know they call him Tampon something. Tampon Man. Because he wants to put tampons in men's bathrooms.
Well, bathrooms in schools. So
'Cause
yeah.
we need our tampons.
Well, thanks, Will. Yeah,
mean-
Trench is a good guy.
Yeah, teenagers need them. It's better than having to go to the nurse to get them with like a sweater wrapped around your waist or something. But anyway,
What you were conscious for. RS, did you sleep during my show? This is not one of those.
Roger does not feel good. Remember, Roger is ill. So
Okay.
he's hanging in there.
It's what is it? SMR, ASM? Oh,
Well, I don't know who this tampon Timmy guy is, but that's interesting. I'll have to Google that, I suppose. Am I going to regret that? Kind of like the whole
Probably not because
blue,
it's stupid.
blue
but
waffle thing or something like that.
No, it's just some dumb shit. Next thing the people can be outraged against, but yeah. Anyway,
All right, guys. Well, don't forget Higgys, HiggiesLLC.com.
Wally.
Use coupon code Thank You.
Mhm.
Get 40% off of all your liquid.
Remember, you have to make an account.
Mhm.
You have to create an account.
what are you doing?
Hey.
Like it looks like you're reading off a script. You have to create an account. Blah blah blah. You looking down?
No. I'm looking at your live
No,
chat.
she was. I was like, what
Oh,
is she
yeah.
doing?
Because I found a really super long gray hair that has apparently been around for a while, and it's
Well, it's not
disturbing me.
mine.
No, it's mine.
HiggiesLLC.com. Y'all go over there, buy your juice. It's 10-year anniversary. If nothing else, just do it for their 10-year anniversary. There you go.
Yeah. And enjoy it. We're gonna have that sale going. It started today and it goes through
No,
next
it did not.
weekend. That's it.
From the
Yep. So
listen to
happy 10th
freaking-
anniversary.
Yes, you missed the entire show, Kyle. Sorry.
Now he asked if you popped the question, and I said no, he did not.
I didn't have it.
Thank you.
I don't know what she's talking about. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe out there.
Angela said there's a-holes around here.
That's why we don't talk politics. All right.
See y'all next week. Thanks to David for coming on. I hope Jen gets better. Y'all have a great weekend out there. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.